This was a really interesting intention because we did two different intentions and mushed them together because we get to have it all whenever we want. So we started by breathing together 3 times. And as we breathe in through the nose, we think the words I am. And as we breathe out through the mouth, we think the word consciousness. 3 long, slow, deep breaths. And then I read this following intention. In love and light, we hold the intention that Ellen Weinberg is immediately, permanently, and completely healed of all illness and injury, so she enjoys vibrant health and well being. We also intend that the Canadian Post Office strike is immediately resolved for the highest good of all. Thank you, Divine. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It is done. I felt a lot of energy around this. And it was really interesting because it was really diverse energy, and yet there was so much of it. David, would you like to start us off and share what you experienced?
Well, I saw Ellen, who is so filled with golden, sparkling, healing, divine energy that she just radiates it. She can't contain it. It's just radiating. And then I saw divine healing energy flooding and covering the entire country of Canada. The whole country radiates this energy. Then I'm back to Ellen. Angels surround her and embrace her, loving her. Back to Canada, angels hover over all of the country, keeping all negotiators calm and friendly, and this spreads to the entire population. Then I saw Ellen dancing with her angels with a big smile. And all forms of mail are flowing like water in all the provinces. And then at the very end, I saw Ruthie's son-in-law with a big smile, having passed his exam with flying colors. He's surrounded by smiling angels.
You threw in an extra Benny. I love it. That's great, David. Thank you so much for bringing all of that energy in. That's amazing. Dorji, how about you? What was your experience like?
I had us been in our theater of light, and we're breathing together. And as we are doing our breathing and breathing in love and light here, I felt all this energy. You know that I have I'm on bare feet, and I have a grounding mat on my feet, and I also have glyphs right on the grounding mat. And as I'm holding the intention, I felt almost like pressure and pain in my on my soles. I felt, yeah, the energy was going through me into the earth and into the air, and and Ellen was getting a med bed. They put it on her, and it pulled out all that does not serve her out of her and put it out in the into the sun, yet for it to be burned and then going into the earth. I also had Ruth's son-in-law, and he was told, "Don't fear, you know it all. There is no reason to fear." And the strike is, Angela, even if you have to wait, but it all is happening in divine timing. Everything will be great, and that's what I had. And I
Beautiful.
really believe, yeah, I had a lot of energy going.
Yeah, I know it. And you're very sensitive to that, Dorji. You really pick up on it. So thank you so much for sharing that with us. That's amazing. Robin, how about you? Would you like to unmute and share what your experience was like?
Yeah. Okay, so I saw an angel come with a needle, taking all of the blood out of Ellen, and then other angels were using hypodermics, and it was golden, sparkling light going through the whole. Is it this vascular system or the circulatory system? Just beautiful, golden, sparkly light through every vascular area of the body, and she was completely healed, completely no problems whatsoever. And then with the Canadian thing, I saw this is kind of weird, but so the negotiators and the postal workers were on a skating rink, and they all had snowballs on both sides. and and instead of it being a big fight with each other, they were playing as, just playing like kids with snowballs and trying to hit each other. And then there were spectators that were red cardinals on the sides sitting on the snow, the beautiful white snow with these bright red, beautiful cardinals. And then Santa Claus and the reindeer were in the sky with all the packages that to just go and, instead of the post office, and he's just going to deliver. Santa Claus was delivering everybody. So it was a big fun thing. That was weird.
That's great, though. That's awesome. I experienced the divine as effervescent joy, just really happy, excited, delighted, silly, playful. So, yeah, you totally got a divine message with that, Robin. That's great.
Okay.
Melly, how about you?
Okay. There was just one angel this time, but the angel was large. Ellen, and I assumed it was me, Ellen and I were walking in a field talking, holding hands, and this was sort of like after. She's completely healed. This is afterward, and she's telling me the story of this recovery. And the angel is there to make sure she gets it right. And it was just, it was peaceful, it was calm and peaceful. And she was just relating all the things that had happened. And I don't know from there, we just continued to walk. It was no end. There was no end to it as well. And as far as Canada was concerned, I don't know why I saw a pony, sort of like Pony Express. The mail's going to be delivered, no matter what way, the mail's going to be delivered. So
That's great. That's great, Melly. Thank you for bringing that in. I love the visual too. It's amazing. Ruthie, how about you?
Wow. Well, with Ellen, it was like I saw her like out in outer space, as though she was in the quantum field, and all of the particles of her body were being rearranged in the perfect order that she was meant to be created as.
mm-hmm.
So the perfect into imperfection, she was being rearranged, and it was going right back to where it was supposed to be. And it was just wonderful. It was like, oh, this is easy, And then after that, I saw for the post office, I saw all these people, and it was like at night with the stars over it, and they were all like reaching their hands together, almost like you know how they make a maypole. It was like all of them were gathering together, and at the top it was like there were all these feathers that were connecting them, and it was almost like they were being gathered together, and it was probably like the symbols of angels, or I'm not sure, but it was as if the people who were needing help and those that were able to give it were uniting in the one purpose. And the scripture came to mind, under under his feathers, I will cover him with my feathers, and under his wings will you trust. Something like that. And I was thinking, wow, that sounds like angels to me, you know?
Yeah.
So anyway, so I felt like they were all going to get it together and everybody be in
Beautiful.
agreement.
Beautiful. I love it. I love
Thank
it. I
you.
got a ton of messages as always. I felt such an intense gratitude, just this deep appreciation and that sense of infinite divine grace that I always feel after we do those 3 deep breaths. It's amazing how that just centers and balances and grounds me. And I feel so loved and so cherished in that moment. And I knew that that was what was true for all of us, for
Mm,
everyone involved. And I was reminded of a book called Ask for More. Brilliant book. And it's about negotiations and how to negotiate. And of course, the post office, right?
mm,
And I was like, okay, so that's kind of a direct negotiating thing for the post office. And they're like, no, 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 ask for more. It's an intention. You get to ask for more. The divine is telling you you can always ask for more. Please ask for more. I was like, oh, okay. Thank you for the clarification. And then I was reminded that anytime we feel resistance or discomfort of any kind, all that is a reminder that the divine wants to collaborate with us, wants to partner with us, wants to play with us, that we're trying to handle something all on our own, which is why we feel that resistance or discomfort. And we are never alone. But sometimes we try to take care of everything on our own and we cut out the divine, we cut out the God of our understanding. And they're like, no, 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 we're tapping you on the shoulder, trying to get your attention and saying, hey, we want to play with you. So again, those 3 deep breaths, really, really powerful way to connect with the divine and get into that state of grace. And then immediately, once I'm in that state of divine grace, it's easy for me to slip into grateful curiosity. When I'm in my human self and I've done that higher self thing, I've done the connection, and now I'm drifting back into my human self, which is more action oriented. I have the state of grateful curiosity because that helps me focus on what are the blessings that might be showing up for me in this instance, in this situation. And I was reminded I recently had eye surgery, and Ellen is meeting different medical people and experts that she would only meet because she had this experience and she's guided to be there. And there is a spiritual connection that she doesn't understand, she's not aware of, but the divine is deliberately guiding her where she is most needed and will really make a difference. So when she's allowing herself to accept that mission, to be her full self without understanding exactly how it matters, but just being willing with that grateful curiosity, I'm going to show up as my full self in appreciation for whatever is here for me, then she can receive the blessings. So every time you show up, that's what you're putting into the mirror of the universe and you receive it back again, this or something better. I saw pink and gold light being directed by angels. And the angels were guiding us. And, you know, it's funny, I have a cat and I love silly pet videos. So I saw the angels and it was like they had toys, pet toys, and they're wiggling the gold and pink light around. And we're like chasing the light and having fun and pouncing on the light and playing with the light. And they are having a ball and we're having a great time. And yeah, it was pretty cool. But all of this play was leading us to truly share our divine selves, to show up the best we possibly can as who we are. And of course, I was reminded of that all powerful question, how can it get even better than this? You say that when things are not going the way you want them to, and when they are going the way you want them to, because it is a double whammy. How can it get even better than this? Is acknowledging that you are already blessed in many, many ways in your life. And you are ready to receive even more blessings. How could it get even better than this? I was also reminded of a very, very powerful message that I received just a few months ago. And I heard and felt a really powerful voice in my body that said, when you deny your power is denied to you. When you acknowledge your power is shown to you. You are more powerful than you can imagine. And there are many times when we accidentally deny our power or give our power away to someone else. Often when we're dealing with medical experts, we think, well, they're an expert. They know everything. The doctor's in charge and, they must know it. No, 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 no. Doctors don't get angels. Doctors don't get miraculous healing. Doctors do a great job. They do the best they can. We have deep gratitude for all that they contribute. And we get to own our power. So it was a very clear message that Ellen can believe in herself and believe in her power. And I heard this question, am I giving my power away by being angry or frustrated? Or am I owning my power by staying in grateful curiosity and practicing showing up as my divine self, my higher self? How could this be a blessing for me? Yeah. So then I asked the question, well, how do we manifest what we want? Might as well. They were in a chatty mood. So first I heard, choose what is wanted by crafting your intention. Your intention tells us what you want. Then you create the energy inside yourself as if you already have what you want. You get excited, you are grateful, you're happy, you're delighted, you're playful, you're celebrating with wonder and awe over what is happening for you. And then you start to take tiny actions towards your intention, and you put your attention on what is working. And I was reminded that all is well, no matter what is happening, all is well. I was really blessed to have a stroke, and during my stroke, I lost all fear of death and dying. I have absolutely no concerns about it because I know that that is a transition to a higher state of being. It is not that you cease to exist. This body does, but you are not done, not by a long shot. It's very much like graduating from kindergarten. When I was in kindergarten, we had nap time. When I went to first grade, no more nap time. When you're physical, you have a body. When you are not physical, you do not have a body. And you are still there. And there's still a lot going on. And it's a blast. It's amazing. It's wonderful. And this is why you have been physical many times in the past and you will be physical many times in the future, because it's so much fun. It's like a surfer who's riding a wave. You're not going to do one wave and go, okay, I'm done. No, you've got a surfboard. You want to surf. So enjoy this life and enjoy all the blessings that are here in this moment for you, and know and trust with every single fiber of your being that there is so much more, and all is well. I felt a really deep gratitude for everyone's contribution. And it was interesting because I was seeing the strike, that what's going on with the Canadian post office. And some people were being pills and some people were trying to be really cooperative and supportive. And I realized that no matter what they are doing, it helps create more clarity about what is wanted. And it gives us guidance into what we can contribute that will really make a difference and be greatly valued. So nothing is wasted, nothing is wrong, everything is well. That's what I got.
That was amazing.
Beautiful.
Wow.
Good. I hope that this really makes a difference for Ellen, because Ellen, we have an incredible success rate. One of the things I did not share, but I want to say it now, is a healing statement from Marissa Peer. And she is known for rapid transformation therapy. She says you can talk to your body and tell your body what you want it to do. And so here's the healing statement. I love, direct, instruct, compel, command, code, and condition my body to heal perfectly and immediately right now. I'm going to say it one more time. I love, direct, instruct, compel, command, code, and condition my body to heal perfectly and completely right now. And you say this with great love, but you also say it very directly and very insistently. And you can say it over and over again in your mind. And higher angels. There are gazillions of angels, and they would love to help you, but they can only help you if you ask specifically for help. And they have a sense of humor, so be a little bit careful about what you say. But it's really helpful when you thank them in advance and say, angels, thank you so much for reinforcing this healing statement and making sure my body hears it and implements it in full force right now. And then you say the statement. So you're thanking them in advance for their help and support. Okay. Did I leave anything out? Is that good for now? Awesome.
That was great.
Well, as usual, you guys are amazing. Thank you so much for all your wonderful energy. You make a massive difference, and I hope you witness a ton of blessings this week too.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Yeah.
All right. Take care, everybody. Have a great week. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.